Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 2 of Pixel Pictures. This is our new video series here at Hit Start Now, where each month we take a different movie that has been inspired by a video game. If you've seen last episode, we did House of the Dead, and coming up for you, we put it on Facebook. We asked for your participation into what you wanted to see. We gave you an option of a few films, and the winner was this amazing piece of art, which is Doom. This is obviously based on the huge franchise game of Doom itself, which some people, it pretty much invented the first-person shooter genre.
Yeah, you had
give or take.
Wolfenstein 3D before it, but Wolfenstein's good and all, but Doom
No
brought
Doom.
it home.
It hasn't got The Rock in it either. This was released in 2006, and Doom 3 was released in 2004. Because, as we'll tell you later on, this is heavily influenced not by the classic Doom games, but more so Doom 3. What it's about basically is group of Marines. They get sent to Mars, isn't it?
Yeah. Mars, yeah.
Bit of research going on up there. It's loosely tied into the storyline of the original games, which is basically demons come through and make hell on Earth, which hell wasn't really made very well in this film, but we'll elaborate on that later on. But yeah, the cast is pretty much, it's got Karl Urban, which a lot of people will know. He's made it big in Lord of the Rings.
Guy?
He's real. He looks weird. Like, he's Judge Dredd in the newest Judge Dredd movie.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's got big. He's in Lord of the Rings as well. He's Éomer in that. But yeah, it's got him and The Rock. It's got a few other.
They both sound like they could be rap artists.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, I think this probably one of the first films that actually featured The Rock as a main actor. I know he's been in a few other bits before.
Would have been his early acting career.
Back in the day. But that's pretty much storyline wise. All you need to know is there's an outbreak on this research post in Mars. Scientists get killed by demons, and The Rock is sent to investigate. So yeah, we're going to open it up now to our little discussion section. So we'll see you in a few minutes. So, Spud, there we have it. Doom. What did we think?
I wasn't impressed.
Bad. I had seen this film before.
Yeah.
And it just goes to show I'd forgotten pretty much about everything, apart from that one scene at the end that we'll mention later.
Yeah, that
everybody knows.
Yeah.
Which, I remember the first time I saw it, I was like, oh, they should have done the whole film that way. But now I'm thinking, no, that would have been crap as well. I'm just not easily pleased, But no, in terms of, like we were saying with our last episode, House of the Dead, that was a bad film.
Which we got a link down below.
Another bad film, but it was so bad you could make fun of it.
Yeah, it was B-movie bad.
Exactly.
And that's where its charm kind of lay.
Which, yeah, there's a lot going on, a lot of bad stuff, but at least there's something going on. Doom really was just a lot of people walking around talking.
It really was. Nothing really happened in Doom. It opened up with a couple of the sets that looked like they were stole from the original Resident Evil movie, and everything was too shiny.
Exactly. There was one corridor I remember thinking as well. It looked like it's directly from X-Men with the
data room.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but it was recycled something anyway.
Yeah. Everything was majorly shiny. I reckon so that you could really feel the contrast when they threw the boys into places where there were fuck all lights.
Yeah.
All the Space Marine boys, pretty much all you were seeing was through the torchlight at the end of their guns.
Yeah.
Which, in fairness, was very Doom 3.
It was, yeah. We were just mentioning this. We were even looking back. Doom 3, what would we say, 2004?
Yeah.
And then this film was 2006, because it's very much Doom 3 based as opposed to the older games.
Yeah, but Doom 3 is kind of a retelling of the older game anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
But it doesn't feel like the older games. Yeah. You know, I enjoyed Doom 3, but it was a completely forgettable experience. So.
It was, yeah.
You know, it's not making anybody's top 10 anytime soon.
Sure, yeah.
You know, but Yeah, it's definitely heavily influenced by Dune 3. You can see that in the layout of the corridors. Everything's real tight and cramped, very claustrophobic.
Yeah.
You know, which gives you that Dune 3 kind of style. Everything's seen through torchlight again, which is very Dune 3.
Again, yeah.
Real dark.
You see, that's the thing that bugs me, because they do, like you said, they make an effort to make it atmospheric, and it does feel kind of freaky at times. But then, I don't know, even like the demons and the monsters are really badly used in it. You know, like half the time when you see them, they're either running around or it's too dark, or you catch a glimpse of them here and a glimpse of them there. It wasn't
I couldn't
really...
tell you what one really looks like.
No, you never really get a good look at them. Like, you look at films like, say, Alien or something, for example, where it's the same kind of thing.
Yes,
it's cramped and you see little flashes of the aliens and all, but I don't know, there was more intense kind of fear or something in those kind of films. Doom just seemed to be lacking that, really. It was just people, like we're saying, people going around talking about shit that we didn't really care
I reckon
about.
you're right though. I reckon it is kind of trying to play the alien card.
Definitely.
Now, I'm not a big fan of aliens because your man always put me off it. What was your man's name? He ended up wearing knickers near the end of the fourth one. Your man with the flamethrower.
Oh, your man with the big mech suit at the end.
Yeah, he was all like, "Hey, let her go, bitch! Come on!" You know, that guy.
Yeah.
Sigourney Weaver.
That's the
That's
very
his name.
man. Yeah.
You know, I was always kind of put off by those films because he annoyed me. You know, but
so I can hear everyone switching off. Fuck this shit. Yeah.
But it did have that. It was trying to play the alien card.
Especially the air vents with the hands coming up. And,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Mm,
But
I
the
don't know.
the monsters themselves, I guess they were trying to be imaged of the imps from Doom 3. Kind of a mix between them and the imps from Doom 64, I'd imagine.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I forgot about Doom 64.
You know,
yeah.
They looked like kind of a Hollywood hybrid of the two. But they didn't do anything impish. They showed up and started slapping people around
With
the place
their
off
tongues.
walls like they were Rawhead Rex.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. They were they weren't creepy enough. They're just like monsters. I know that's what they are, but...
I know, but
And that tongue thing, they're like vampires.
what was that
the
about?
fuck
You
was
know?
that? It's like...
They hit you with the tongue, and that would turn you into them. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, it was
Fucking
weird.
zombie bullshit is what that
Yeah,
was.
even the zombies were fucking... at the start they were shy. Towards the end they got a bit more zombie-ish, but even then it was like... I don't know.
It's not like we haven't seen zombies before. Though.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know?
exactly.
Everything definitely felt Doom 3 as opposed to because of the way everything was kind of mechanical and space-esque.
Yeah, it's very sterile. With
You know, yeah.
metal corridors and the nano walls.
Nano walls!
I don't do nano walls.
Nano walls are great, the walls that cut you in pieces when you go through. It's like, automatic doors. And you like to feel like a Jedi when you walk through them, but
Yeah,
sometimes
yeah.
they hit you in the shoulders.
Yeah, they're gonna
That's what the nano walls is like.
wreck your buzz a bit and you're trying to be cool and it's like, oh fuck. But yeah, like it has a lot of illusions, like we were saying as well. There's some kind of, it's a bit Predator-ish as well or something. Like we're saying, it's
can
probably
be,
because
yeah.
the huge black guy with the fucking railgun. chain
Yeah,
gun.
what was his name? Fucking everybody had game on tag
It was
names.
literally Duke or something. What was there? Was Duke?
Was he Destroyer 666?
Destroyer.
Was that him? You know.
Yeah, what was Reaper? Was Carl Urban's guy, the tormented killer who could have been a scientist, and he finds his sister in the base, and she's like, "You could have been one of us." And what was it? How'd you feel about you could have spent the rest of your life looking down a microscope instead of a sniper scope? It's like,
And Carl Urban was like, "That's cool. I'm gonna use that in my next rap album."
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh yeah, but what was the Rock's name? I just remember they're calling him Sarge.
Yeah, I
Is that
think
his actual-
that was pretty much what he went by. Everybody was kind of introduced at the start by they'd hold up their guns,
Yeah, that
and
was
the gun
the-
would announce their name due to their fingerprint ID.
Yeah, yeah.
And his just said Sarge.
Sarge, yeah.
So we just referred to him as the Rock all
He's
the
like,
way
"Go on,
through.
the Rock,"
You know.
which we're saying as well. He's very small compared to now.
Oh man, in Fast and Furious 6, he's like 12 rocks.
He's literally got fucking shoulder muscles the size of my head.
Yeah.
You know, it's freaky how big he's gotten. That's a bit of a sidetrack, but
He's a big motherfucker.
he's a
hey,
big
though.
motherfucker.
You know.
Who was that creepy ass guy, the kind of perverted lecturer?
Portman, that was his name.
Portman, that's it.
He reminded me of Steve Buscemi, is that his name?
Yeah.
He reminded me of him.
Kind of bug-eyed creepiness.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I probably should
Like
have
a
done.
hillbilly version of him.
He's strange. I know that actor from so many things. He's one of that guy. You know, you see him, you go, "Oh, it's that guy." You know, but
Yeah.
I could have done my research and checked what he was in, but I forgot.
Yeah. He was a creep. He got killed for being a creep. Because that's what happens in these kind of movies. You set up say 5 or 6, maybe 8 characters to be killed off systematically.
You can
by the
almost tell
monsters.
who's going when. You know what I mean?
You're thinking, right, you're the tough ass, you'll last till near the end.
Yeah.
You know,
You-
you're obviously the hero, you're on the cover.
Yeah.
You know?
And you get 2 pricks. You get the guy who he's a prick, he's always going to be a prick, he'll die. And you get the prick who like redeems himself. and becomes like a hero.
I'm sorry for being a prick.
Yeah, take me back.
You know.
And again, we can talk about the whole film because we're reviewing it, obviously. But
Yeah,
the whole,
and if you haven't seen it by now, it has been out for like, what, 7 years?
literally
so
7 years.
tough shite, really. you know?
Exactly. But I was going to say, I'd forgotten they turned The Rock into like the villain at the end.
Yes,
Which
yes.
I completely, that whole fight scene at the end, that shows I just erased it from my head. And then I kind of went, oh yeah, I forgot about that
It
part.
wasn't a very exciting fight scene.
Again, it was too cramped and it
Yeah.
was, there was too much going on. It was too dark and you couldn't really see it.
I was
that
waiting
well.
for the people's album. Can
Oh,
you
man.
smell?
What the demon rock is cooking. Wait, I would have loved a little kind of wink like that, but yeah. Oh, the elbow. Oh, the elbow. That's your eyebrow.
That's not the
Jeez.
elbow.
Richie,
What
go
would Ed
back.
Boon think?
Oh yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, the few little references to the actual game. Remember saying Carmack is the scientist,
Yes, yes.
and that's John Carmack who made Doom. Like,
Which
you know,
is a
that's
great little nod, which I didn't
nod.
even notice until you mentioned it.
Yeah, I was just there
Yeah.
going, "Ah, Carmack."
That
yeah.
one passed right by me. That
Or
was cool.
the wheelchair scientist guy, Pinky, and then he turns into like a pinky demon at the end, or a very kind of
Yeah, I suppose.
again a Hollywood iteration of what it
Yeah.
should be, you know.
Yeah.
And the chainsaw scene at the end with the first person thing, I forgot about that as well.
Yeah, well, the whole fourth person scene is well worth talking about though, because
Because that is the
It's-
bit that everyone knows.
yeah,
when you
it's the
mention it.
only standout scene in the movie, because the rest of it is just dark corridors and a lot of military talk about guys named Roger and Oscar and Mike.
It is,
You
yeah,
know?
it's very just kind of hoo-ah, kind of, let's
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Kind
As
of-
I said to you last night when we were watching it, a lot of scenes in it made me think I was watching a Gears of War movie more so than a fucking Doom movie.
Exactly, yeah.
You know, but the whole thing is built around
Extra chromosomes.
extra chromosomes that either give you superpowers or turn you into evil imps.
Yeah, yeah.
Something biologically wrong with this script.
It's strange, very strange,
No.
because yeah, it's that's not how biology works.
No,
They
no,
looked at that.
there were no scientists on the writing team for that movie.
It literally it makes you really sick if you have an extra chromosome in real life.
So the crack was, that was the crack. You either turned into an evil imp thing, you
Yeah.
know, or you got superpowers. So
You see, I'll let you. I'll say it in
Yeah.
a second. But they had a weird. The kind of plot line kind of went a bit weird as well, because I thought at one stage they were saying it was almost to distinguish between who was evil and who was good.
yeah.
And they kind of mention that and then they completely drop it again, because you know she has one of the imp's tongues and she has like different brain matter from the guys that got killed.
And it was attacking
and
some
it
of them.
attacks like the bad guy, the kind
Yeah.
of evil guy, and it's like then they kind of dropped
This
it
is
again.
Portman, look.
Exactly, yeah. Was that some kind of trying to be a metaphor for hell as well, or something like, oh, the demons are, the guilty are punished and the good people go to heaven or some bullshit? But
Possibly, maybe.
I don't know.
If that was the crack, nearly everybody ended up being either imps or zombies. So there were a lot of
it was literally
guilty
just.
motherfuckers
Wasn't
on
it
that
though?
space station.
I think it was literally just Carl Urban's character. He was the only guy that kind of became superhuman after.
Yeah,
Like,
if
the
not,
rest were
wouldn't
just
there have been a
bastards.
bunch of guys running around the size of the rock? You
Exactly,
know?
yeah, it was strange, wasn't it? And then that holy guy. Remember the guy who's carving the Jesus.
Yeah,
crosses?
he was just as forgettable as the rest of them. So what, we had Jesus Freak,
Jesus freak who kills himself by smashing his head off. the wall.
Sleazebag,
Sleazebag. Two black
Charmin
guys.
Sleazebag,
Charmin Sleazebag.
young fella. It was his first
Oh.
mission.
Literally called the kid. It's like so imaginative.
Sergeant.
Sergeant, the two big black brick shithouse dudes.
Yeah, one of them
Who
was
were like
Charmin
brothers.
Sleazebag.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know.
yeah.
He was like, hey, you like
Oh,
me because I drop sexy jokes. And the other guy was like Captain Chain Gun.
Yeah, Captain Chain Gun who got the
And superhero. And that was it, wasn't it? That was your boy.
superhero sister, yeah.
And superhero sister, yeah, but she didn't do anything.
She did fuck off.
You know, she just hung around giving it every time she saw him.
She
Like,
just run around going, oh, save
you know,
me.
I just want to go through a load of nano walls for no fucking reason, only to mention nano walls.
And I'll tell you one thing, you might correct me on this because I didn't catch it, but I don't remember him using the doom noise for any of the doors.
No!
Would you not use that at least once?
Oh,
As
you'd
kind of-
use it as often as you could.
Seriously, that's so iconic, and that's if they want to make little hints to the gamers, throw that in and you'll fucking wet yourself.
Yeah.
You know.
What they did throw in for the game was the BFG 9000.
Yes, indeed.
You know, which
Didn't look like the actual.
no, it didn't really act like one either. So what they didn't throw in for the game was
Yeah.
they did throw in the little nod to what everybody thought BFG stood for though.
Yeah.
When The Rock looks at it, he picks it up and he goes, "That's a big fucking
gun."
gun."
And the games is Bioforce gun.
Bioforce gun, but
Yeah.
every gamer and their mother saw it, went, BFG,
Big
that's a
fucking
big fucking gun.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know.
It's like one of those urban legends that just sprung up around. them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was always tagged in the instruction manual as Bioforce gun.
There we go.
But that was a nice little nod to,
Yeah.
you know, to kind of gamer culture there. It blew holes in everything it hit, but it was only fired about twice. It basically shot out this round that burned through things like acid.
It was.
But the round was
shiny
about
shit.
3 meters in fucking
Just spread out like.
in diameter. It was
Did-
huge.
Did he even shoot anyone with that? I seem to recall he kept missing every time he shot things.
I think he
Maybe
blew.
once.
There was something grabbing onto Portman in the jacks and hanging him.
Oh,
from
he
the
hit it with
ceiling.
that, didn't he? Yeah.
But you didn't actually see the impact.
Yeah.
You just saw the hole that was left behind, and Portman was.
He got his hole as well.
he did in
the
the
end.
jacks.
Yeah.
A fitting end.
A fitting end, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Creepy bastard.
But yeah, everybody was murdered off systematically until fucking Cardboard and Urban released a rap album and put them all in their place. You know. And it was great because during the rap album then he had The Rock featuring on all of the songs. He'd just come on and go, "It doesn't matter." That was actually a tune, wasn't it?
It was.
It wasn't
That was-
Carl Urban.
No, it was the old, his old theme song.
Yeah, and he'd just come in and go, "It doesn't matter."
Exactly.
But yeah, he gets pumped full of this stuff that turned him into the superhero.
magic.
Yeah, and then he goes into the scene that everybody remembers.
Little first person, yeah.
Yeah, which in fact isn't badly done. It doesn't look as good now as it did back in 2006.
Yeah. It does look a bit kind of shaky, but still.
But it looks floaty. It doesn't feel like it has any weight on it.
Yeah.
Well, at the time, first-person shooters wouldn't have had that weight behind them that they have now. Like in Call of Duty, you feel like a man. You're lugging a load of shit and a big weapon around.
Exactly, yeah.
You don't just sprint. You don't just float down. But back in Doom 3, you did.
It's almost like you're a ghost. You're just kind of. Woo,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Back in those days, you did. So it's understandable. But he wakes up, looks in the mirror, realizes he has a funny face, and you see everything through his line of vision then for the next 3 to 4 minutes, and he picks fights with everything.
It is. It's cool. Yeah. It is. It's class though. It is a nice little nod, but too little, too late. Really.
It
you
is
know?
too little, too late. Yeah. After what? 6 hours of boredom? Was it 6 hours?
Oh, it
Was
does.
it a 12-hour movie?
I think it was 12 and a half, I think, yeah. It really did drag, you know.
It did.
Apart from like,
Because nothing happened.
no, it can't decide whether it wants to be an action film or like a kind of a horror kind of film.
Yeah.
And it just kind of flails around in the middle and it doesn't really achieve
like a
anything.
Magikarp.
Exactly.
You know.
If they made a film about him, it'd be much better.
Oh, you know it. Well, you know we'd be watching a Magikarp
That'll
movie
be next week's
month.
episode, yeah. But yeah, no, it just hits the mark. Again, it's probably won't be the worst video game film, but
No,
it's
no, definitely not.
close.
And it does have that standout scene. He's running around, he's shotgunning the face off a load of demons. It's in first person. It
gets the chainsaw then at the end and everything.
yeah, so it feels a bit Doom.
It
You
does,
know,
it
there's a
does,
great
yeah.
bit as well where he jumps up, bounces off one of the walls,
I
and
forgot
slaps
about
the
that.
guy in the fucking jaw.
That's right, Jerry. He throws the mine down as well.
That's
the thing
right,
jumps
yeah.
down, it just
And he's
blows up
shooting
his
bits in
face.
the background there as well, and let out flames from pipes and burning guys. And it's very video game. For
It
a couple
is.
bits.
It's cool. Like I think that's probably the one
It's
thing.
refreshing.
It is. It's
You
the
know.
one thing that redeems it. Like, you know, I haven't talked to anyone who wouldn't be a gamer, but I maybe as just if you go and see it as a film, like a shitty action film, people
Yeah.
might enjoy it. But again, it's when you're going in with such an emphasis on, oh, this was based on this game that I grew up with, and I want to see this happening, I want to see that happening.
And
when
that's
it doesn't
exactly
deliver-
what we do here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's why you're always going to be a bit disappointed because the bar is set so high. But
we did spend half the movie going ba-deep, 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 ba-deep,
Oh,
ba-deep,
God.
ba-deep, ba-deep.
Again, I wish they'd put that in as a little mix or some kind of
Yeah.
song, and it would have been fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, it
like,
would have
you
been
know?
great.
Because
Alright.
again,
Yeah.
it's one of those things that it's for anyone that doesn't know it, it just sounds like a piece of music. But to the fans, it's like, yeah, motherfucker.
Even if it had been somebody's fucking cell phone ringtone or
I
something,
was just thinking
you know.
something like that, a little nod to the
Yeah.
side. But
I believe they did that in Final Fantasy Advent Children.
it was
At the end of the big
yeah, the phone
Your
call.
answer the phone.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, that was
brilliant,
fantastic.
absolutely brilliant.
Oh,
But no, they missed out on that. They didn't have the.
yeah.
I can't make that. Woo-hoo!
Yeah,
No,
it's
that's
hard
fucking
one to
Fei
do.
Long from Street Fighter. I can't make that sound.
Because, yeah, I've even seen TV shows where they have that noise. Like whether I don't know
Yeah,
if it's
yeah.
stock noise or something, but it's
Or even there was a lot of growling going on in the background. If one of those growls had been sampled from the game, it's off.
that was
Oh, it sends shivers down my spine, Richie.
again. It would have been so phenomenal.
That
No,
still terrifies me.
no Kako demons.
No Kako, which is fiercely disappointing because
I don't know how the fuck they could have made that into that film, but surely I don't know.
a couple of Kako demons floating down the hall looking like Stephen Gately. It would have been phenomenal. You know,
I know. Yeah, what were they thinking?
Belgian boys on tracks, aren't you? Like,
No,
like father, like son.
I can think
You
of
know.
no worse nightmare. That'd be my personal doom. Oh man, but yeah, what a fucking. Again, it's not the worst, but it's not the best.
No, it's just it's disappointing because it's boring. It's a movie where nothing actually happens.
Yeah, yeah. When you break it down,
If it had been say all run and gun or all horror,
Mm.
grand, but it didn't do either of them well.
it didn't.
just,
No.
You know, like I love a good run and gun movie, a good stupid fucking shooting movie.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I
exactly.
love a good action film like that, but
Mhm.
it didn't do that. It didn't do jack shit really. you know?
No, it fell pretty wide of the mark, really, when you look at it. But
Yeah, it just came across as a boring flick, unfortunately.
so it gets 0 Kako demons out of 10.
Yes.
Minus 4. No, I'd
You
give
know.
it. I'd give it like 5 out of 10 if I was to
I'd
rate
give
things.
A BFG, big fucking gimp. That's what I'm giving it.
Big fucking gimp.
Yes.
That's the DLC for Doom. Coming out next week. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see though. That's just the way it is. Again,
Yeah.
I haven't even played Doom 3 completely, so
It's not a great game.
that's the
It
only-
feels like the film. Another one where not enough happens.
Mm.
It's a pity that the movie didn't concentrate on the earlier Dooms with the kind of hellish setting.
Yeah,
You know,
even if they're to
leave
do
it open
something.
to a lot more kind of creatures as well, because that's a big thing with Doom. Is the creatures are fantastic.
Exactly. Yeah.
They didn't use that in the movie. They used one type of creature and that was it.
Yeah. Yeah. Like even. I could see how making a direct film of Doom wouldn't really work because you can't just have one guy run around not talking and
No.
no story. But even to have it in that setting with other people and again the big actual monsters and stuff like,
Yeah.
even if it was really schlocky, cheesy shit, I still would have watched it.
Yeah,
We're not looking for
bit of
Oscar
hellfire, a
Wilde, so-
couple of skinned corpses, and an arachnotron. I'm a happy man.
Ah, I know. I
You know.
We're not asking.
Oh,
for
the fucking, the Warren of their like electronic setting. That
Yeah,
they walk
yeah,
along.
yeah.
I love that. That terrifies me.
It was, yeah.
You know, but that would be great. But again, it didn't happen. I think the closest we got was at the very start. The way the word Doom was formed
Yeah.
looked like it was straight out of Doom 64.
It was
Have you
all
ever seen
really
the intro
cheap.
for Doom 64?
I haven't, no.
It's fantastic. It shows this big battle scene,
Yeah.
you know, and like between tons of monsters and tons of little space marines, and as it gets further away, then you realise that it's just the word Doom that they're all
Nice.
fighting on, and it kind of reminds me of that, just the way it's spun
Yeah.
around, and
It does. It's a nice. They actually used the proper Doom font. And all
yeah,
that stuff as
and
well.
that's about as close as it got to being Doom for me, you know.
Unfortunately. Well, that's what the fans picked, so hopefully they enjoyed it.
Yeah, we'll probably do the same thing next month. Throw it up on our Facebook.com/hitsdown now.
Take it from there. So, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Episode 2 of Pixel Pictures done and dusted. We hope you enjoyed it. And so that was Doom. And next month, what we're going to do next month is we're going to probably put up another poll, I reckon.
Mm-hmm.
Throw it up on Facebook.
That's Facebook.com/hitsdown now.
You can check all our other videos and episode 1 of Pixel Pictures down below.
Also, if you've got any ideas of movies, video game movies that you'd like to see us review, hit us up down below again. We'll be reading the comments.
Absolutely,
There are
yeah.
never any comments.
There will this time, or the Rock will come and get you. But yeah, we have another good few pile of films to dive into.
Yeah, we've got a small arsenal of shite.
We do. We love the shit films here at Hit Start now. We got plenty. So we hope you enjoyed that episode, and follow us down below, subscribe to us, tell your friends, please.
Yeah, we'll have our Facebook, our Twitter, and all that linked below. So
Follow us up.
Get
Let us know
involved.
what you think, and so episode 2 over and out. We'll catch you next month.